Welcome back. Today in this section we are going to discuss math functions in Java. So we know that how to solve a simple mathematical expression using variables, constants and operators. But to solve a mathematical expression with power, square root, cube root, etc., we need some special functions. So Java provides a math class with many mathematical functions. This math class is available in java.lang package. So as you all know, lang package is the default package which we need not import. So let's see the syntax of using this mathematical functions in Java. So this is the syntax of using a mathematical function in Java. That is math dot function name bracket argument list and close the bracket semicolon. So this is the syntax or rule to be used in using a mathematical function in Java. So here math, that M is in capital letter. Math dot function name of argument list. So there may be argument list means variables passed to the function, that is known as the arguments or parameters. So there may be 1 parameter, 2 parameter, 3 parameter according to the function. So this is the syntax of using mathematical function in Java. So let's see the very first function in Java. So let's see, it's with a table. So here the very first function is power function. So students, all these functions are detailedly explained in your textbook. So you can go through your textbook. So here power function. So in order to use the power function, we have to use pow, the function name pow of x comma y. So pow is the function we are using. Clear? So in order to use this function in Java, we want to use, that is function name along with the class name. So it is available in the math class, that is math.pow of x comma y. So the action performed here is x raised to y. Here x is the base value and y is the power value. So let's consider how we use it in program. That is example math.pow of 5 comma 2. So power function is used to find the power of the number, isn't it? Suppose we want to find the power of 5. What is the meaning of power of 5? Power of 5 means 5 raised to 2. So what is 5 raised to 2? 5 into 5, isn't it? So what is the result? 25. So one most important thing is that when we are using this math function, the output of this math function should be of, most of the function should have the output as double type. Double type means it's a decimal number. It should be the output should be a decimal number. If you are getting the result as a integer value, even though we are writing the output as a double value. This is the most important thing you have to keep in mind. The output of the most mathematical functions in Java are of double type. So math.pow of 5 comma 2. So what is the meaning? Power of 5. Isn't it? 5 comma 2. 5 raised to 2. So what is 5 raised to 2? 5 into 5. So what is the result? Actually in maths we are telling written like this, 25. 25 is the result, isn't it? But in Java the output may be written as 25.0. This is the output, 25.0. Because most of the mathematical functions in Java returns double type value. So because of that we are writing like this. Clear? So what is the power of math.pow of 6 comma 2? What is the meaning? 6 comma 2. Power of the number 6. That is 6 is multiplied 2 times, isn't it? That is 6 comma 2 means 6 into 6. That is the meaning. So what is the result? 36 is the number, but you have to write 36.0. So this is about the power function. Power function is used to find the power of a number. The next function in Java is square root, SQRT. So SQRT of x. So here we have passed only one number. So SQRT is a function used to find the square root of a number. So the action performed is square root of x. So in program we write it like this, math.sqrt. So here you can see that all the functions are in small letters. Math.sqrt of 36. So what is the square root of 36? It is 6. But how we have to write it as output in Java statement? It is, result is 6.0. Clear? The next function is ceil. Ceil of x, C-E-I-L, of x. So here we have passed only one argument, that is to round up a number. To round up. Just consider round up. Ceil means ceiling. You can just think about ceiling. Where is ceiling? Ceiling is in the, when we are in a room, where is the ceiling? Ceiling is in the top of the room. Isn't it? It is in the upper part. Round up. Like that you think. That is math.ceil of 312.34. So here you can see that it's a floating value, isn't it? Decimal number 312.34. So when we round up this value, in normally in max what happens? The result comes like this, 312.3, like that the round up value comes, isn't it? Clear? So when we are rounding this statement by using this particular number by using ceil function, what happens is this round, whatever the value that comes after decimal point, that is whether the number is lesser than 5 or greater than 5 after decimal part, it is round up to its higher number. That is the integer part is round up to its higher number. That is 312 round up. That is 312 becomes 330. That is the decimal part is discarded. So we have write the output as 313.0. Clear? So this is about ceil function. So you can go through your textbook. So there are several examples are there. Suppose just consider math.ceil of 82.4. So how we round up? By using ceil function, round up means that 82.4. So just discard the decimal part. So whatever the value that comes in the integer part, that is to be round up. That is 82 becomes 83. So 83 point result is 83.0. So the next function is floor of x. So just consider this ceil and floor. Ceiling is in the top and floor is in the down part. So round down. Action performed is round down. Just consider this math.floor of 45.81. So usually in max what happens when we round down it, what happens? The result will be 46. Isn't it? Like that it comes. So whatever the value that comes after decimal part, whether it is higher than 5 or lesser than 5, just discard it and round down the value. So since the value is 45, keep it as like that. That is the result is 45.0. Suppose it is 45.3, what is the result? It is round down. Just discard this part and write the same thing. That is 45. So next function is rind of x. So this function is very similar to our math function, that is round up a number as per max. So math dot rind of 91.56. So what is our output? 91.56. When we round up this value, what is the result? So since 91.5, we can round it as, normally we can round in max, we round it as 92, isn't it? So similarly, here we have done 92, but Since the ring function is a math function, the return type is double, so you are writing 92.0 is the result. Clear? The next math function in Java is ABS of x. That is to find the absolute value of a number. That is, absolute value is the position of a number either left side or right side of 0. That is whether it is in the negative part or in the positive part. When we are using the ABS function, the number is considered as a positive number. Whether we are using it as a negative number or positive number, we get the outcome as a positive number. Let's see. That is math.abs of minus 72.3. Minus 72. So discard the negative part and write the output as 72.3. So if you are just writing math.abs of 72.3. So what is the output? So in that case the output is 72.3. So whether the number is positive or negative, the absolute value is to convert a negative number to positive number. If the number is positive, then keep it as it is. Okay. So the next function is this is very simple. Max of x comma y. Here we have passed two arguments. That is to find the maximum of two numbers. That is to get the greater value among the two numbers. That is the action performed. That is math dot max of 5.6 comma 7.2. So this function is used to find the largest among two numbers. If we know the numbers. The first number is 5.6, second number is 7.2. So among this, which is the maximum? 7.2. So the output is 7.2. Clear? Next one is min of x comma y. To find the smaller value among the two given numbers. That is math dot min of 2.3 comma 3.2. Among this, which is the smaller one? 2.3. So the result is 2.3. Next function is exponential value of x. To get the exponential value of a number. So that is max dot exponential of x. So we don't know how to write the correct output. So it be a larger decimal number. So there is no need to write the output for this. To get the exponential value of a number. So next function is log of x. To find the logarithmic value of a number. That is math dot log of 45. So it should be a decimal number. Clear? Next one is sine of x. To get the sine value of a number. That is math dot sine of 30. That is all these functions are used to find the specific mathematical expressions we are used in Java, and also we are used all these things in our normal maths. The next math function is cos of x. To find the cos value of x, that is math dot cos of 50. Then tan of x. To get the tan value of x, is math dot tan of 45. So all these things are used to find the sine, cos, tan to get the corresponding values in Java. So the next math function is random of. It returns a random number. So when we are using this random function, surely the output may be between 0 and 1. To get the output, if you are using this random function, the output may be between 0 and 1. So it's a decimal number. So the next important thing is CBRT of. To find the cube root of a number. That is math dot CBRT of 125. So what is the cube root of 125? It is 5. The output is 5.0. So you have to write 5.0. So I hope these things are clear for you. So here there is this is not random, it is Next math function is round off. So this is similar to rin function, but here there is a minute variation is that here we round the value as a whole number. Math dot round off 25.4. So what is the output? So normal in max, that is 25 is the result. So here we are not writing 25.0 something like that. So this is a function in which math function in which the output comes as a integer type. So this is the basic difference between rin and round function. Rin function we get the output as a double value, but in round function here in both cases we are doing the same thing. But in round function we are round upping the value, but the output may be in a integer type since it is a math function. Now let's see how to find the square root of a number by using this mathematical function. So as you all know, all these mathematical functions comes under the default package. So there is no need to import the package. So here we have started our program with the class name, maths1, then opening of class, then our main method. Then open the main method. So we want to find the square root of a number. So in order to find the square root of a number, we require a number, isn't it? So I am going to store my number in the variable a. So it is of integer type. Clear? The next line, we want the final result, isn't it? So I am going to store my final result in the variable s. So as you all know, since we are using these math functions, the result is of double type. So declare the data type as double s. So here I declared a equal to 25. So you can use this a equal to 25 over here, that is int a equal to 25. Both are right. Clear? We want to find the square root of 25. Clear? That is, so inside the number s we are going to find the square root of number. So how we find the square root of number? By using math function, that is math dot sqrt of a. So inside the variable, so here you can't use sqrt of 25. Don't give like that. Sqrt of a. Inside this variable we have stored our number. So what is the value of a? It is 25. So when we execute this function, when we terminate this statement, so square root of 25, that is 5, is stored in the variable s. Then we want to print the variable, that is system.out.println square root of the number equal s. Then close the main, close the class. So this is output, square root of the number equal. So what is square root of 25? It is 5. Don't write it as y. The result is 5.0. So this is a way of finding the square root of a number. So you can do this program in normal way also. So by using this mathematical function, we can find the square root of a number by this way. So students, I hope this is clear for you. So this type of questions is surely asked in your board exam. So let's see this program in our next section. That type of questions in our next section. So thank you.